Aloha Geminis, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for October 2018. I'm excited because it is starting to get a little bit cooler here in Hawaii. It's been very hot, very humid, and I'm excited for winter. I know in some parts of the world you're moving into summer, and some parts of the world, obviously, you're moving into the winter, which is usually more of an introspective time. Maybe a time that you do more things inside, that type of thing. So this month we are actually focusing on relationships. So romantic relationships is going to be the focus. We will do a theme for the month for you, and then also get some additional guidance in general about what is going on for you this month. And then lastly, we are doing your animal guide for the month. So we're using the Stephen Farmer deck to get an animal guide for you that's really going to help you navigate your life with more ease. And that's really the point of these readings in general, is to assist you in navigating your life with a little bit more ease and more grace, right? And so it doesn't have to be bumpy. Life does not have to be bumpy. Definitely, I have learned, even when things come up that typically would be bumpy, they don't occur that way for me necessarily. And what I mean to say by that is I've learned tips and tools and ways to work through that. And so it really is just more of on an even keel too. So love that energy. I am going to share with you at the very end of this video some information about my brand new Treasure Box Club. I'm super excited. It's super fun. And the treasure box itself actually arrives to you in a purple box if you choose to join us. And purple is all about abundance, so there's lots of different things that are going on with that. But it's really upping your abundance attraction factor. So if you're needing more abundance, more flow, more consistency in your life, this would be something that would be perfect for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So your theme for this month is the Page of Earth. The Earth cards are all about how you make your money, what you need to do to be grounded here on Earth. And this is good news about money. So speaking of money, this is good news about some sort of financial matters in your life. There's also an essence of wanting to do something that's more challenging. So part of what this month can be about for you is a new area of study, something that you're going to dive into, something that you're going to really enjoy, right? And again, there's flow around that. So that is your theme for this month. Let's see what else we've got popping in for you. If you are interested, I am doing a lot of Facebook Lives for the next 30 days. Well, actually, now that when you see this, I'll be about in the middle of it, I think. Not quite the middle of it. But I am doing some readings there. I don't have a schedule necessarily, but every day I'm going live at some point. So if you make sure that you go and like my page, which is Finding Your Fiji, and then ask to be notified when I post new things, when I make posts, then you'll know when I'm going live as well. So it's really been fun for me, really fun to connect with people in that way, and so I'm excited about that. And if you're not sure how to get the notifications, I did put a post recently that shares with you exactly how to, turn on the notifications, right? So you've got a pretty good balance here. We've got another Earth card. We do have a shift or a change card this month, and then some fire energy. So we've got the Seven of Earth coming in around the finances again, around what you need to do to be here on Earth. And this is about your having planted good seeds. So part of this for you is needing some patience, because that oak tree doesn't grow overnight. So needing to have some patience around all of that, and knowing that you've done a good job, right? You've done a good job planting the seeds, and that's a really, really beautiful thing. There's no reason to worry. So that's the other beautiful thing about this card, is that it's an essence of like, there's no reason to worry. None whatsoever. that everything's going to be okay. I just noticed that my candle blew out, so I am going to light that back up here if I can. Sometimes the fan will blow it out, but I like to have it going while I'm doing the readings because I just do it. I feel the angel energy, and Archangel Michael is one that's definitely with me a lot. So he's here with me as we're doing these readings, and yeah. So let's continue. The change card for you is the release. This is Archangel Azrael. So this month signifies the ending of something and the beginning of something else. So it is it can be at the end of a situation, the end of an era in your life. It could be some sort of transformation where you are moving to the next level, ascending, right? Spiritually transforming, spiritually ascending. And it's also, for some of you that have not made the shift or change yet, it's that push. It's letting you know that it is time to move on, okay? So for some of you, if you've been thinking about moving, physically moving, this is a sign that yes, you're meant to move, right? And it can mean a lot of different things. So really follow your heart as to what's coming up for you with that. Three of Fire is a great card. So fire is all about passion and action. I also read this as your reputation, your fame, and this is abundance. So yes, yes, yes. Things are looking very good. You can make long-term plans, right? You have the ability to do that. And it's also, again, reminding you to have patience. So the Seven of Earth, it's a little bit of a mirror with this Three of Fire. It is reminding you that you need to have patience. There's abundance there that's waiting in the virtual escrow for you, but you've got to have some patience and allow that oak tree, as it were, to grow. All right, let's see what we've got for your romantic relationships this month. Oops. They're like, not that one, this one. Now I'm kind of curious as to what that other one it was, right? That's me, though. That's what happens. Okay, so we've got free yourself coming in. And as it relates to romantic relationships, this can have a couple different meanings. The big underlying meaning to this is about taking back control of your life, taking charge, right, of what's happening in your life. So not just letting things unfold, actually, taking charge, taking the reins back in your life, because you're not trapped. So you see this horse that's in that little thing, that horse could jump that fence anytime it wants. And so it's just letting you know that, and for some of you, free yourself is about releasing the relationship. When we get that release card with free yourself, sometimes that is about letting go of the relationship and moving on. They do want to let you know that you deserve love and you are lovable just for being you. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that you need to do to deserve love. Simply because you exist, you deserve love. And so really being in that space of like opening to that, right? And understanding and acknowledging that this is part of your birthright. Loving, being loved is part of your birthright. Children, for some of you, may be impacting your love life, right? So sometimes the children get in between us, sometimes even physically if they're sleeping in our beds or that type of thing. Sometimes they do get in between us or, are not allowing us to have that deeper relationship. So really taking a look at, I always think this card often means like you need to have date nights. So making sure that you've got some times where you get to spend with one another, where you can have a date night, you can go out, that type of thing. So just really understanding that yes, our children are important and our relationship is just as important, if not more important, right? Because the kids are not going to be there forever. But if this is your beloved, you will be connected with one another on the long term. Okay, so lots of different little things coming in around relationship for you guys. All right. Are you ready for your animal totem, your animal mascot, or your guide for this month? It is a good one. It is the lion. And the lion, of course, is all about courage. So the beautiful message that the lion brings for you and what the lion is going to help you with this month is asking for what you need and want, okay? I always like to say, yes, ask, and then be unattached to whether that person is going to give it to you or whether it's going to be someone else. But it's about having the courage to ask for what it is that you want. So really beautiful energy around that. I love it. If you are new to me, please subscribe to my channel over there. If you enjoyed this, hit the bell so that you get notified when I post new videos, which I do on the regular. I do these on a monthly basis. I also do every Friday Feng Shui tips, and there's a whole series that you can go back and watch with those as well. And those are, the Feng Shui is really, Feng Shui is such an ancient tradition, really proven methods of shifting energy. And so the Feng Shui tips are all about giving you practical things that you can do to raise the vibration of your home and to attract in the things that you want in your life. So really beautiful with that. And then I also do daily readings, and these are just really short. They're usually less than 5 minutes. I do take a break around the time that I'm doing the monthlies like this, usually about a week's break. But I do the dailies, and it will give you just a quick reading for the day, something to keep in mind, and then an affirmation to work with as well. So that's what I am happy to offer to you guys at this point in time. It's a lot of free information, but I really do enjoy connecting with all of you. Please comment below if you liked this video, if there was something that stood out for you, please comment. I love to hear your comments, and whenever you comment, I send you love and light. So you get a boost, as it were, from the angels when you do make a comment. So have an amazing rest of your month, and stay tuned for the next video to learn how to amp up your abundance attraction factor. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my Treasure Box Club, which is brand new. And the Treasure Box is actually based on a super powerful Feng Shui adjustment called the Treasure Box that is a way to help you attract and bring in more abundance into your life. And the idea around this is, you know, essentially it's based in Feng Shui, right? And Feng Shui is a 6,000-year-old art and science that's based on the principle that your space or your environment reflects and affects your life and what's happening in your life circumstances, right? So Feng Shui improves your life by balancing the energy in your space and creating an environment that energetically supports the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So very subtle shifts, subtle changes make a big impact in what's happening in your life. So oftentimes there's things that are impacting your life, and they are impacting you from your environment, and you have no idea about that, right? So the really idea behind all the videos that I shoot, and even this Treasure Box one that I'm sharing with you, is really just to get you thinking about your environment and how it might be impacting you or impacting your life, and of course to provide solutions for how you can make shifts in your environment to positively impact your life. So the Treasure Box Club. What is the Treasure Box Club all about? I'm super excited about it because it's really a fun thing for me. I have created Treasure Box kits for a number of years, and when I moved to Maui, I stopped selling those just because it was like I was just not sure about the shipping and all of that kind of stuff, and I hadn't bought everything that needed to go into the kits, because there's very specific things that go into the kits, right? So the treasure box, again, is a very powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And it's something that we conduct for 27 days in a row. And that's part of the power of it, is this building upon it day after day after day, okay? So the items that you actually need for the treasure box, I'm going to show you what those are today. And then I'm also going to share with you a little bit more about what the Treasure Box Club is about. So the items that you need to actually do the treasure box adjustment, or to create your quote-unquote treasure box, you need a piggy bank. So I've got these cute, adorable little piggies with the green snouts. I chose the green because, of course, green, you know, oftentimes means money for people. So these adorable little piggy banks, that is the first thing that you need. You need a red cloth. So these are red cloths that are included in the kit. And then you need a new black pen, and a mirror. This one happens to be, I believe it's 6-inch diameter. So a mirror is needed for the adjustment. And then red paper is the other thing that is needed for the adjustment. So these are the basic things that we need to actually do the adjustment. But when you join the club, the Treasure Box Club, it's so much more than just what's included in the kit. You get everything that is required to do the adjustment, including a little scroll that has all the instructions in it and ideas and tips for being successful with it. So you get all of that with the Treasure Box Club, but the club is more than that, because it's really about having the support to successfully complete the adjustment, right? And it's also about receiving sort of things along the way that will help shift you mentally towards more abundance and to attract more abundance that way as well. So it includes a number of different things. We have a private Facebook group. So when you join the Treasure Box Club, you will be in the private Facebook group. And it also includes, so in that group, it's not just a it's not just a community, although the community aspect of it is really important, but it's also about giving you that support. So if you have questions, you're able to post them in there and I'm able to answer them. Also, it's about celebrating the successes, because when we celebrate our success, so when you actually post about your success or the abundance that you're attracting in, it actually expands it. And when you read other people's posts, it also raises your vibration and your attraction point. So doing this in a group format is so super powerful. I just can't even share with you enough how powerful it is to do it in a group setting, because again, it's magnified. Your efforts in attracting more abundance are magnified by everyone else in the group. So flippin' cool. I love that aspect of it. Super cool. So, but the club, of course, is about more than that. So when you join the club, you get everything that I talked about here, but you also are getting within, and it comes in, I have to show you this because it's super cute. It all comes to you in a purple box. So this is the box that you'll receive when you order your Treasure Box kit. And the box is purple because purple is the color for the wealth sector in our Feng Shui Bagua. So you see that right here. Wealth is purple. So that is specifically why I chose the color purple for the boxes as well. And then with that box, you also get an angel that's going to be there for you on your journey. So I have a bunch of different archangels, and their invocations. And so it's really a random thing, but always perfect, right? Just like with the cards, is that you will receive the angel that most wants to work with you throughout the process, and that angel is going to stay with you. So you'll have an invocation, you'll have a picture of the angel and the angel's message to go along with you on the journey, as well as an abundance invocation. So that invocation is something that it will be on a little, like a business card size, that you can carry with you. And anytime you're wanting, like standing in line at the grocery store, you can read it. If you're, waiting at a stoplight, you can read it. These are things that you can do to boost the energy and your abundance attraction factor, which I like to call it. I love that phrasing that they just brought in, abundance attraction factor. Can't say it too many times fast, but it is super powerful. So the box contains all of that. You get all of that. One lucky person in each group that I send out. So when I do the group format, which I'm going to be offering twice a year, this time around it's going to be October and then February. So the very first one, the focus group that I'm doing, is October. But in each of these like batches that I'm doing with the group format, one of them will contain this red envelope. So this beautiful red envelope. This red envelope contains a gift certificate for a free 30-minute reading with me, a private reading, and that is worth $99. So right away, someone is going to have that abundance coming into them immediately, right? So that is a cool thing. So when you get your box, look for that if you are part of one of the groups. Okay. Let's see what else I need to share. So what else does the Treasure Box Club, do for you? What else do you get? So I'm creating wealth affirmations for every single day. So for 27 days, you'll have a wealth affirmation that you can work with for that particular day while we're doing the adjustment. I will also have a wealth or abundance meditation. So this is something that I'm going to be channeling, and this will be a downloadable item for you where you'll be able to download this meditation and keep it forever and keep working with it, right? But really beautiful energy to work with that meditation on a daily or however often you feel like doing it during the time that you're doing the treasure box adjustment, right? So that is also included. I'm also including 2 Facebook Live sessions for the groups. So one will be before we actually start the adjustment, so I can share with you a little bit more of the details about it and show you how to set it up. And then I will do one midstream that will just do kind of a check-in and how are things going, what questions do you have, what else is coming up for you. And you'll always still be able to ask questions in the Facebook group as well. But I just like the idea of doing that touch point in between time. And then the beautiful part about this also is that I am going to offer, for those of you in the group setting, I'm going to offer a text reminder on a daily basis. So this will be a text that will come to you reminding you to collect your coins, which is part of the process, and then also will contain that wealth affirmation for the day. So beautiful way to just have that reminder popping in for you on a daily basis. So that is something else that I'm offering with the group aspect of things. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you have the kit, you'll remain in the Treasure Box Club throughout, and when I do new groups, you can actually participate in the new groups as well. So that is something that is really a beautiful bonus, because that means that if you wanted to do the Treasure Box a couple times a year, you could do that, because you'll have everything that you need. You will have to get a a new pen each time, because it does require a new black pen each time that you do it. So that is a pretty simple, easy thing, very accessible for you to get. And then I am including extra red paper in your kit, but that's something, if you do it, you know, year after year, you might have to buy some red paper. So those would be the only things that you might have to do. So that is what the treasure box is about. Super powerful feng shui adjustment. And I do just want to share something that one of my clients that went through this said to me about it. And her take on it was, she understood, or she came to realize by doing the treasure box adjustment, that she needed to get out of her house to attract more abundance. So that was an interesting dynamic, because lots of times with technology now and everybody's online, we tend to stay home more, right, than getting out. And this required her to get out of the house more, which drew more energy to her, right, and more abundance to her. And the other aspect of the treasure box is that you are collecting coins on a daily basis, which means that you're needing to use cash. And so many people now are just using their debit cards or credit cards for everything, that they're not really getting the feel of using cash. So this adjustment requires that you use cash, because you've got to get coins on a daily basis. So even if you're just using like $1 a day, you still have to have cash and be using some cash. And so it's a really beautiful energy to actually feel money again, because there's so much that we don't feel money around, right? And then I'll have some other tips and tricks along the way, some other practices that will help boost the energy of abundance, as well as additional feng shui tips for abundance. So specific things that you can do within your home to raise the energy of your wealth attraction factor in your space and thus in your life. So lots of juicy goodness with this. I hope that you join us. It's going to be super fun, super high vibe, and really will help you bring in more abundance into your life. And abundance can come in so many different ways. That's the other piece of it too. It's not just about the money. Abundance comes in many, many forms. Abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of time. There's so many other different ways that this abundance can show up for you. So super excited for you to join us. And all of the links and information are below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching this on my website, then the information is contained within this page. Have an amazing, amazing day. Hope to see you soon. Aloha.